You're going to get value from this video. You're going to get value from this video. Want to learn more about YouTube and growing your channel? Subscribe now. Okay, value. We're back in it. Luckily, I clocked onto that. Very sorry about that. The microphone, for whatever reason, decided to disconnect. Brilliant. This is live TV for you. Anyway, let's crack on. You're going to get value from this video. All right. So we've still got the microphone. Very sorry about that. Hope you heard what I've been saying. So basically, I want you to bear in mind the value and solving the problem for your audience. This is something I want you guys to bear in mind, and I want you to interact with every comment you get. Really take the time to, respond to comments, start little conversations. If people drop ideas, take that on board. That could be, because we all sometimes get to a point where we run out of ideas, or we're but unsure what to talk about in a certain video. And sometimes it's just, it's just a great way to grow a community. And you'll find if you've taken the time to, give a decent response to a comment, or you've taken on board, or you've perhaps agreed with a good idea that someone suggested, that those people will be more likely to come back next week or watch more of your videos. And that's what you want. You don't want, you want new people. You want to bring new people to your channel, but you don't want necessarily every video to be about like new people all the time. You want to try and grow a bit of a fan base, a nice community around your channel of positive people. And if you're a type of person that's positive and whatever it is that you make your content around, you will find naturally you will pull in positive and just great people. And that's something I want you guys to bear in mind. Now you're probably thinking, what if I get haters and keyboard warriors and all the rest of it? Do not worry, because if you can actually mark go in your YouTube studio and you can mark certain words in the comments and stuff like that. That's fine. You can mark, if there's certain words that you find offensive, you can mark them, and as soon as they pop up, YouTube will just it would just put them into spam or auto delete them for you anyway. And actually YouTube is getting really clever now. You may or may not have noted this, especially if you're a content creator. YouTube will pick up certain types of sentences anyway. So if they're looking for sub, or they're just sort of a spam type comment, stuff like that, you'll find you may not even see it. YouTube quite often, I found this recently actually, that a couple of comments have just been auto deleted because they were just like pointless in the nicest possible way. They were just like come and check out my channel, without clearly they were just doing that for the sake of it. And and YouTube will just auto do that, so bear that in mind. So please don't worry about negative, if you're worried about making certain types of video. Now obviously I wouldn't recommend, do what you want, your channel, but if your channel's, I don't know, to do with politics or religion, bear in mind that you may get, or anything that's very where there's going to be a lot of strong opinions about, bear in mind you're very likely to get a very mixed of comments. But that's up to you. But if you're just doing, if you're just a musician, gamer, food, okay, you'll get people passionate about it, but as long as you're giving off a very positive vibe, you should get a really nice positive community. You're going to get value from this video. Alright, so if you're just joining us here live, I'm Dave from TVR Creators. I make weekly YouTube tips, help you build your brand. If that sounds interesting to you, hit that subscribe button. And if you're getting value from this video in any shape or form, please hit that like button and share this video with family and friends. And if you want to support the brand, check out our merch. The link is in the description. So go and check it out and get yourself a nice mug or t-shirt. And you guys rock. But don't worry, we've got so much more to talk about. And let's just have a brief look at the comments to see who's there. There's no one there, but there is people watching. So hello if you're watching, and for whatever reason you're not logged in, that is fine. Thank you for joining us. So here we go. Absolute value. Now, another tactic I want you to think about growing your community. So I want you to think about consistency. We've talked briefly about, replying to your comments. It's extremely important. Bear that in mind. And I want you to sort of bear that in mind. And something else you can do actually is find other channels that are similar to yours. So I'm just going to use gaming as an example. So if you are a gamer, bear that in mind. You can find other gaming channels, and if you like what they do, and I don't mean spam channels, because YouTube's against that anyway. I don't mean like, check out my channel. I just mean like generally go on to other channels. This is something I do naturally a lot, and if you really like their content, or if they're playing a certain game, and obviously you can use this in any niche that you're in, you can be like, oh yeah, I really like this game, oh yeah, I love playing this game, it's really good, and then you start a little conversation going, oh yeah, do you prefer it on this console or that console, do you prefer it on PC, all these sort of things. Again, you can do this in any niche, and then just drop in a natural way. Oh, I really like your content, I'm definitely subbing to you, mate, because your stuff is really good and brings me value. And quite often you'll find they'll be like, oh, thank you very much, and and then go, if you got a second, check out my channel. If you like it, subscribe it. If not, don't worry about it. I'm not saying you have to word it like that, but you get the idea. So and I find if you just go onto lots of random channels that are similar sizes, this is another thing I would say. If you find channels that are similar sizes to you, around the same sort of niche as you, and you'll find they will probably have the same interest as you anyway, because you're the same niche, and you'll find there's quite a high chance that they like some of your videos, they subscribe to your channel. You may find if they really like your content, they become part of your YouTube community. See where I'm going with this? And you will grow a very nice natural community, and that's ultimately what you want. So you want a positive community growing around your channel. So sort of rein it in a little bit then. So you want to make consistent content in whatever niche that you're doing. You want to respond to comments and check out other channels that give you value. And it's amazing what other, and it's really nice, because I personally, some of you probably watching this now, I feel like I've made creator friends. Oh, creator friend! Which I think is brilliant. And I talk to many of you now on a weekly basis, and I consider you part of my YouTube community, and I like to think a part of yours. And, and this has become this really nice YouTube, and YouTube is full of so many nice people that have similar interests to you. So if you're someone out there that's thinking, I don't know if anyone likes what I do, honestly, try these strategies that I've talked about so far, and I've got a few more to talk about, and you will find that people will just naturally come onto your channel. They will naturally find what you do interesting, and you'll be surprised how many people will just dig what you do, and they will start watching weekly. And then take the time in a natural, fluent way. Take the time to watch their content, respond to their videos, and they do the same for you. Trying to make the point of like giving them maybe constructive criticism in a nice, positive way. I really like the new thumbnail. Obviously, if you do, if you don't say that. But what I try to do, and I'm being very open with you guys now. I try to find things that are, if I really like the way someone's filmed a video, or, oh yeah, I really like what you're doing with your lighting there, thank you, you gave me an idea there, that's really cool. Or, actually, that's the best thumbnail you've ever made. I try to find positive things, because I know as a content creator, if people do that with me, so it's about like give and take, but in the sense of, I want to give people what I would like to get back, and vice versa, if that makes sense. So, they're the type of comments that I would like to get. If people like, I don't know, the location of filmed a certain video, or perhaps the way I've edited one of my videos. And these are some of the comments I've had recently, actually, like, people just really digged the energy that I try to put into my content, my videos, and that's really cool. So I'm thinking, right, okay, and this is just me, as I'm showing you now. This is just the natural Dave. Years ago I used to do characters and all the rest of it. I'm rambling a bit now, but you get the idea. Now, something else I would recommend, you don't have to do, but something else I would highly recommend, if you're at that stage where, you got between 10, 50 videos, you may be struggling, maybe you've only got, I don't know, 10, 50 subscribers, or maybe you've got hundreds, it doesn't really matter. But I would highly recommend personally, having a second platform, now that can be whatever platform you want, because different platforms work better for different people. So what I'd recommend there is, if it's Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, Reddit, maybe if you've got your own blog. But I personally find social is just a great way to pull in people. And you're probably thinking, okay, what do I do there then? Well, just start it up. So say, for example, here at TVR Craze, you can find us. The link again is in the description. You can find us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and we tend to pop up here, there, and everywhere. But then, from those platforms, just start it up like you have done your channel with your, your logo and your profile and all the rest of it. Write a bit about yourself and just share what you're doing. On Instagram, you get pictures behind the scenes, maybe new gear you got, because other creators will be interested in what you do. Tag the hell out of it, and you'll get loads of people like, oh yeah, I really like that camera. Oh yeah, that's awesome. Oh yeah, that's wicked. Advertise your new videos, share your new videos, share your not in a spammy way, but just occasionally. And then from that, you can use the strategy of trying to work out when your community, when your audience tends to watch your stuff. So I know from the tables and graphs, the analytics, I can't say that word, on the YouTube studio tells me that a lot of my viewership comes from around the world, from America and Australia and, so everywhere but where I am. But there is obviously some people here as well. So because of that, I tend to try and post stuff when I go to bed, so they tend to see the post. So sort of, and just test it. If you post it in wherever you are in the morning and you get those likes because people dig what you do, that's obviously your audience. And test it different times a day. If you find other times a day work better for you, go with that. And you don't have to do all of them. Just use one or two. That's fine. And grow a community there. And you'll find that some of your core fans will follow you on multiple platforms. What I've had in the past, I've had other people, find me on Twitter or Instagram, dig my post, check out my channel, end up becoming, subscribers and start watching weekly. And it's just like a branch. See it as like, the wingman to your main mothership, if you will. And that's just another great way to grow this really nice, positive community around your channel. If you use even some of the strategies I've been sharing with you today, then I promise you that your channel will grow in a nice, natural way. Now, I'm not saying this is necessarily the fastest way to grow. You could cheat and buy subscribers, but the brutal truth is YouTube will clock onto that. You'll possibly get banned, or you'll get a strike against you, and in the nicest possible way, they're pretend bots. So none of them are actually real people. None of them are going to like your stuff. You might have 10,000 bots, but none of them are actually watching your content. So it's pointless. But if you've only got 10 to 100 subscribers of genuine people that just dig what you do, don't see it as, oh, I haven't got millions of subscribers. See it as, if you're in a small room and there's 10, 50, 100 people, that's a lot of people, especially in this day and age where we're all hiding away in our homes, keeping safe, And it's sort of like, imagine those people. You're making your content on a weekly basis for those 10, 50, 100 people, and you're going to bring them value, solve problems, and give them consistent, great content. And if you keep doing that, I promise you that it might not necessarily be as fast as you like, but I promise you will grow gradually. Subscriber here, subscriber there. You'll get core fans, and you will have a great experience here at YouTube, and your YouTube journey will start today. So if you haven't started, start today, start making videos, and enjoy the journey that is YouTube. Absolute value. You're going to get value from this video. All right, let's see if anyone's in. Right, there's no one in the live box. That is fine. I hope you've got value for that. I'm going to shut up in the moment. If you've got any questions about what I've talked about today, feel free to add them in the comments below. If you want to support the brand, subscribing is awesome. Liking, commenting, feel free to ask any questions. I will do my best to answer them. Check out our merch. And also, I've got a list of affiliate links where I've listed a list of gear that you may find useful, of things that you might feel that you need for your videos, in sense of tripods and cameras and light softbox gear and so much more. So go and check them out. And also, we've got a really nice Facebook community now, because we've been talking about community. And go and join it. Go. It's completely free. Doesn't cost anything. Go over there. Share your videos. Share your channels. Ask questions. I try to drop the occasional hint and tip of things that may help you guys. Go and check it out and become part of the TVR universe. And ultimately, I hope you got value from today's video. So thank you again. Ultimately, in these crazy, scary times, I'm going to be very truthful with you now. I want you to be safe and remember that you guys rock and enjoy this journey. So for me, Dave from TVR Creators, as always, I'll see you in the next video. Have a great weekend, or whenever you watch this video, and you guys rock. Want to learn more about YouTube and growing your channel? Subscribe now.